Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to seal our concrete vessels by using the Rutlands sealer that we've all heard about. So we're going to start off using a large bowl. You're going to need a measuring cup. You're going to need some good nitrile gloves. This Rutlands is pretty sticky, so you want to make sure that you have some gloves on. You want to use a dry microfiber cloth. Of course, some RO water or DI water. I use RO water. And a measuring spoon that measures 1 full cup. I'm going to do a 4-to-1 ratio, and we're going to put 4 cups of water into this bowl, and then we're going to add 1 cup of Rutlands. And then we're going to stir it really well. When you mix that in together, before you pour it in, yes, I do a little shake to make sure that I have everything in there, put my gloves on before I get started. I'm also wearing safety glasses, so I don't want to get splashed in the eye with this stuff. So I pour that into my water and I mix it up real well. And I find if I don't, it can leave some blotchiness and some flaking. But you mix it up nice and easy, and then you drop your vessel inside and roll it around a little bit. Use a cloth to wipe off any excess drips, and your cloth will get nice and saturated as it goes on, and that's actually good because there's a method in the end here I'm going to show you. So we're going to talk about what this costs. So I have 64 vessels here that I'm going to do, and I do this all in less than 30 minutes. I got these all done and finished in 30 minutes. So I paid $72 for this jug of Rutlands, and in this there's 1 gallon, which is equal to 16 cups. So because I'm using 1 cup right here, I can do 2 coats. So that's $4.50 for 1 cup, and I divide that by the 64 vessels, which is 7 cents, and then I do 2 coats. So that is going to be 14 cents per vessel. And as you can see, I'm just dipping and I'm rolling, and I get them nice and saturated, and I will do 4 coats of this. I will do 1 hour between each coat. I come back an hour later, I do it again, come back an hour later and do another coat, and I finish up with my 4th coat. By the 4th coat, my cloth is nice and saturated. So I do like to go over the vessels again with the saturated cloth and just give it a good wipe down. I don't do the dunk again. I just do the wipe in between the coats. And here, this is just an example of what I'm doing when the cloth is nice and wet with that Rutland sealer. So get right inside, get everywhere. By doing it this way, you'll have no flaking. I find that sometimes people are talking about the flakiness that they get from using Rutlands. I don't get any flakes, none whatsoever. I don't get any white powder coating. I don't get any flakes. I don't get anything. So I wipe down each vessel, and as you can see, they do discolor when you put them into the Rutlands mixture in the water, but it doesn't stay. Now, the ones you're seeing that looks like it's staying, those are the ones that I intentionally marbled. But at the end, when everything is dry, it all comes out exactly as you had wanted it to look. So you can see here, I'm just wiping down each vessel, and I'm going to let that sit for an hour, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to do another coat and let it sit for an hour, and then I will do another coat, and I'll do that 4 times. I will dunk, roll, and wipe 4 times. But in between the wipes and the rolling and the dunking, I have a nice saturated cloth that I then wipe over again, if that makes sense. So here we go. This is us. This is the vessel just sitting and waiting. It's going to dry for an hour. And the reason why I only go an hour between each coat is because it's going to do what it's intended to do, which is to repel liquid. So Rutlands itself is a liquid, and if you let it seal long enough, it is going to repel itself. At this point, after 1 hour, it hasn't really quite soaked in very well, and it hasn't really quite started to cure either. So it will absorb more coats, and the more coats we can get into that porous concrete finish, the better it's going to be. And as you can see, I stand up my vessels, and that's because I want to get the bottoms inside and outside fully saturated in that mixture. So here are all the vessels, just getting a good wipe down. This will be my last coat. I will then let this cure for 7 days before I turn it into a candle. So as you can see, I just dunk and I roll and I dunk and I roll and I wipe and I dunk and I roll. It's actually a really fast, easy process. Like I said, each coat for 64 vessels, plus I also have 64 lids, plus you could say I have some ashtrays as well as some soap dishes in there. Each coat takes me exactly 30 minutes to do. So after the 7 days, I will turn it into a candle, or I will turn them all into candles. So stay tuned and we'll have a video showing how to make all these lovelies turn into candles. If you haven't by now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and you'll see all the new videos that are going to be coming up. So these are just some of my past vessels that I've made that have all been sealed and turned into beautiful candles. And as I've said before, every time I take these to the markets or anywhere, they sell out. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to hearing from any comments below. And if you've stayed on this long, go ahead and put in the comment that there's no such thing as too many candles. And then I will know how many of you have stayed on and if I should continue to make these videos this long. All right, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, lovely day. Go enjoy making those concrete candles. Bye-bye.